Welcome back to the Bet Boost Brothers. I'm Willie D.
And I'm Big Mike.
Yep, and the NBA finally back from All-Star break. First games tonight, big game slate tomorrow. So we're excited to jump back into the action. I'm sure you all are as well. So let's dive right into it, Mike.
Yeah, I'm excited. We've had a little bit of a break. We're kind of in the lull of the sports calendar, at least for us, with NFL wrapping up. We just had NBA All-Star break, so we haven't had real NBA action for almost a week now. No big UFC cards until, 2, 3 weeks from now when Pereira comes back. And EPL's kind of been carrying it a little bit and Champions League and all that, but we're ready for, sports to be back in full swing. March Madness around the corner, some good things to look forward to, and hopefully the sports books are getting ready to throw some good promotions at us.
Yeah, hopefully they recognize it's a bit of a lull period as well, and they throw promotions to keep people interested, and interested we shall be. There have been some good promotions that have, really helped us, and our spreadsheet reflects that. Really, since the Super Bowl, probably the biggest one has been that Prize Picks has had a myriad of promotions that we've been a part of. They've handed us both multiple $20 free lineups over the past week, closer to a week ago now. I received two of them. Michael received three of them. Those were great. We had the $50 deposit match from Prize Picks, and that was not a new customer promotion. That was just a deposit match they threw at us, which we capitalized on. And then I was a part of the winner stays challenge on Prize Picks, where you had to win a lineup for 7 days in a row, and at the end, so I didn't really know the terms and conditions. I was a little surprised at the end. I got a $165 free lineup. I was really hoping it would be some sort of amount of money in bonus bets so that I could hedge and realize some of the gains. But unfortunately, they threw it to me all in one lineup. And in typical fashion, I fumbled the bag at the
They know
5 yard
better.
line. I know. I couldn't, it was messed up because I got it on like Monday or Sunday, and NBA didn't return for real until Thursday. So I tried to hold off, but I eventually put it on a college lineup, and some bum for Michigan State missed it by one rebound. And here I am back with you, Mike. Nothing in Prize Picks.
Hey, we rally. At least we didn't. You did. It's not like you lost all that money in a sense.
Yeah,
It was
no, I
bonus money.
know, but it still felt like a $165 bet down the drain when it missed. At least it wasn't my money. You're right. And
Yeah.
overall, we both came up big on Prize Picks. It was one of those things, our spreadsheet was slowly, I'd say, kind of linear progress upward, and then we got that Prize Picks promotion, and that's just the way it goes. If you're attentive to all the promotions out there, sometimes one sports book or one site will throw one at you that's, a real big opportunity to kind of course correct any peaks and valleys you may be on. And that's what happened to us. I don't know. You can share our spreadsheet on the screen, Mike. I'll just talk
Yeah.
about it. We're up almost $300 month to date. We've been doing this for, I guess, just over a month now. The channel, I think we started mid January, maybe like January 10th or something like that. And we're up 360 since we started tracking. You can see a little bit of red as of recently, the past few days. Peaks and valleys, like I said, but that's the beauty of this strategy is you can ha- have a 2 3 day stretch of little to no success, and you're not risking a lot, and it seems to keep us in the green with this strategy,
Yeah.
even
Yeah. I
with those
think
lows.
I think it's helped us hold each other accountable, in terms of being conservative with our picks. You'll see there's the odd plus 400 in there, the odd, like, nice opportunity where we get a 50% boost or a 30% boost, or there's just something we have some bonus money to throw on. But we stay pretty consistent to our plus 100 playbook, to those lower risk opportunities, or those opportunities to take minus bets and turn them positive. And like Will mentioned, lots of opportunities lately to take advantage of some bonus money, whether that's through prize picks. We still had a little bit left over from the Super Bowl, from from our Hertz touchdown, as well as our Eli
From
kick that we
your
were able to
Hurts
throw in there.
touchdown.
So we've had some opportunities to not have a lot of risk on the table. We've had some good hedges from some of the super boosts. Um, so a steady climb. It's been a steady climb, and I'm hopeful. We're pushing close to 400. I'm hoping we can get up 400 before the end of the month. That's kind of my little internal goal, and then we can break through that 500 mark maybe in March, and maybe by time March Madness rolls around, we'll get some good promos, and we'll be climbing even higher. That would be awesome.
Oh yeah, we're on a good pace. And I wouldn't even say with a whole lot of good luck.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the interesting part about it all is if you look at our spreadsheet, I'd say at this point probably 60-70% of the bets have been bonus bets. Whether that's promotions we've taken account of, or like free to play stuff we've come across, or the no sweats that we do. So we lose one and then we get the bonus bet back. It's kind of a second bite at the apple. A lot of bonus bets, which obviously, helps mitigate the losses and really fits our betting style.
Yeah, for sure. And if you do scroll through the spreadsheet, you'll see maybe the occasional like no boost, but there's probably less than 10 in the whole spreadsheet. I don't even want to know what we're on. We're currently on line 167. I know we've got a couple lines that are, the just titles and stuff like that. So we're probably up to about 150 bets in that ballpark that we've placed, and I would say easily less than 10 of them have had no promo attached. So, we're staying true to the strategy, and it's definitely turning out. You can tell also by the spreadsheet that we are not bookies. We're not, sports sharps, for lack of a better term. We're hitting about half, maybe even less than half of like the total entries. But like Will said, because of the strategy, we're able to consistently climb in terms of our profit.
Hmm. And I think the hardest part about it all is just, you know, learning how to deal with a bad day. We don't have to get into it too much, but the whole thing can go to pieces if you start chasing your losses. You see you're up 350, you lose 20, you try to win it back with 40, you try to win it back with 80, try to win it back with 160, and all of a sudden all your progress is lost. So sometimes just take it for what it is. What's important to remember is when you lost, you probably lost. If you're going with our strategy, you probably lost with the best promotion on the market. So there's no point in trying to get it back that same day. If it's a no sweat and you get your balance back, then that's one thing. If you feel like you want to chase with your no sweat, I don't see anything wrong with that. But depositing more money in, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, for sure. I think, and a lot of times, especially if you're betting on the NBA, it's so late at night that there's not going to be a lot of opportunities to chase out there, and you don't want to start looking at random sports or random leagues. You don't want
Just
to
go to
just look.
bed.
You don't want to just look at the numbers either. Maybe, I think that might be a lesson that Will learn the hard way with his prize picks. College pick is,
Yeah,
something looks great minus 800, but at the end of the day, you're picking a college kid you've never watched to get 5 rebounds.
yeah,
In
yeah.
hindsight, maybe you would have been better off picking like an NBA player to get 15 points that you felt good about, or something else.
Yeah, I should have. The main thing for me is it was eating at me.
Yeah, and that happens.
Having a $165 free thing for for 4 or 5 days, just sitting on it, I couldn't do it anymore. It was consuming me, and I don't know. It's still got a chance, just so everybody knows. If a certain player gets injured my second leg, Prize Picks will reboot my lineup. So I won't say his name, but I'm hoping somebody gets sick or not injured seriously, but just enough to
takes
not play in
takes
the
a night
second half.
off. Yeah, takes a night off.
Yeah, it's the NBA.
Yeah, load management. Um,
Yeah.
you never know. One thing you'll see, like just our most recent bet on the sports book, we did a no sweat bet today. That was Champions League related, which was the promo. And the cool thing about Bet365 is they let you put bonus money into super boosts. So we put we put some money into the super boost to try and recoup the loss there. Just from a value player, we're getting what was a plus 100 plus 105 boosted to like plus 150. Most sites that do no sweat bets, like FanDuel, I know for sure, and Bet MGM, they won't let you put bonus money into like another promo. So if it's a 30% boost or whatever, you have to then either use your own money or just make a straight bet with your bonus money. Bet 365 actually lets you. So, you could put it into the super boost. You can even put it into like one of the plus 30% parlays that they do. So that's kind of a cool thing about that bonus money that not everyone does. So speaking on the patience thing, we went ahead and put it into the super boost because we thought it was essentially a 50% boost, which is bigger than most boosts that you would get from a parlay boost. But if you wanted to wait till tomorrow and see what kind of 30% boost they put in, you could do that as well, and actually use the bonus money with a boost, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and speaking of that super boost, some exciting news for the channel. We launched an Instagram, Bet Boost Brothers. We'll put the handle on the screen here. Check us out. Give us a follow. You'll see we posted this super boost on our story. We're going to be posting daily. We talked about in previous videos, Big Mike's got most days he's been doing a promotion tier list with like S tier promotions, A tier promotions, B tier, and then we've got some other tiers he's worked out, like a trap tier and an F tier. Obviously, it's all relative to the way that you like to bet, and you can find value in any of those tiers. But that's the way we see them for our specific betting style, which is low units, low volume, relatively low volume. So we're excited. Mike will be posting that as much as possible each day, so you can see kind of a list of the best promotions out there, and then as ones that we like, probably just S tier and A tier promotions come up, we'll post them on the story, so that unlike in the videos, you'll actually have time, if you're following us, to get in on the action. And we'll post if we're in on it, if we're considering it, we'll do polls and fun stuff like that. But I think it's a great way to stay involved with the best promotions.
Yeah, I've got
West.
a little bit of a bone to pick with some of the Reddit uh, warlords out there in charge of some of the threads. For whatever reason, I
The
posted about
sleuths.
yeah, I posted about 10 days straight on a couple of the more popular sports betting threads. I won't name them. Um, with no issues and it's relatively positive feedback. A lot of people looking at it, people liking it, a couple people hating, but most people found it useful to at least see them. And then I've been like auto blocked. As soon as I post it, it's just denied from the last few days. So I may just start having to like post it, I guess, just on my own personal profile. But if the reason you haven't seen it the last 2 or 3 days is because when I make it, for whatever reason, they're taking it down. I don't know. I don't
Forget
know
them.
why. Yeah,
We
I don't
don't
know
need
why,
them.
but
We'll post
we'll
it.
we'll post it We'll find somewhere to post it, so you
Post it
guys
on
can
our
see.
Instagram,
Yeah,
and as it, hopefully, who knows, people who are interested can follow.
yeah,
But yeah, that's exciting news. Excited to share that. We've got the super boost in there now. We'll post our A tier and S tier promotions tomorrow for sure, and hopefully throughout the week as they pop up. So yeah, excited to share that. And just on that note, Mike, I know um, we've been having some success since the NFL ended in NBA. I'd say it was a learning curve for us. Our spreadsheet reflects that, but we've found ways to kind of track player trends. We've been watching more,
hmm
learning more about specific teams and specific players. And we've got some picks for tomorrow's action that, we're going to ride. We haven't built them into specific parlays and same game parlays and all that yet. We're going to wait for the promotions to come up. But we'll go ahead and share with you 5 picks that we're almost certainly going to incorporate in one way or another.
yeah. And I think I don't have all the odds for all of these picks individually. They all kind of sit between the like minus 300 to like what would you say, like minus 500, minus 600 range. So two or
Yeah.
three of them paired together probably gets you close to those plus 100 thresholds.
Hmm.
Ideally, whenever possible, we try not to include more than three. That's usually the requirement to get there. We don't know what those promos are going to look like, and also not all of the lines, because the games are tomorrow, are posted on all of the different sites. So we can't. Every site will have different odds for the different thresholds. So different. Some one site might be 15 points, 20 points, 25 points as the thresholds. One might not give you an option at 15 points for a certain player. So like things like that. For assists and rebounds, I've seen some sites go 5, 10, 15. I've seen some go 3, 6, 9. It could be so. Based on that, you'll kind of adjust based on what the promotion is. But we found 3 or 5 things that are trending really well that we want to try to include. And I'll just start actually with the first one. That might be the easiest. And this was a promo that I got that Will did not get. So hopefully it's still available, and hopefully there's a potential that maybe you get it in some one form or fashion. The first leg is tonight after this video or before this video has been posted. So if they do show it for you, hopefully it's for another game. But Underdog gave me a gimme pick, which is essentially, what's supposed to be a lock, Luka Doncic to get over 0.5 points. And if for some reason he doesn't get that, it would probably be because he gets hurt or something where that would void the pick, you would hope. So I
Yeah.
have that paired with Desmond Bain, which is one of our five prop picks that we like, over 14.5 points. So that gets me to technically, I guess it's minus 102, but right around that plus 100. It's a $10 bet to return 19.80. So $9.80 profit. And Desmond Bain's trending really well. So he's hit at least 15 points in, what is it, 20 straight games. And I think potentially,
Yep.
like, we've got it. Yeah, we've got it here on the screen. 20 out of 20. Sometimes he's right above it, but usually he gets to even 20 points. So if you want to be a little bit riskier and go over 19.5, like, that's a good trend as well. But obviously we like to take a little bit safer odds. But Desmond Bain over 14.5, we really like that one. So we've already got it locked in on one bet, and we'll most likely get it locked in on another promotion tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was looking down. I got all the odds for our 5 picks pulled up for whenever we
Sweet.
dive into them.
So what were the odds on Bane just on its own?
Yeah, Bane 15 plus points is at minus 380, which
Minus
is a
three.
great number to be at when building a 3 leg plus 100 parlay. Um, really like that. And if it's a same game parlay promotion, 15 points at minus 380, pairing that with Siakam at 15 plus points. So do you have it up on the screen, Mike? His
Yeah,
trend, he's 20 for 20. Is that correct?
that is correct. 20 for
20
20.
for 20. 20 out of his last 20 games, he's got that 15 points. He's at minus 650, so the odds kind of support that. But that, along with Bain, who's also 20 for 20, who's at minus 380, that gets you real close to the plus 100. You'll just need one more leg. You can build a very likely odd leg. We don't have one built out for that game, but a lot of great players to choose from: Morant, Jared Jackson, Halliburton, Obi Toppin. You could probably get it a low point number. All sorts of stuff going on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's if Bet365 drops a promo, they're usually the ones that lock you into one game. DraftKings, BetMGM, FanDuel usually will give you the freedom to do a same game plus or same game X. I know they have different names for it, but essentially like let you pick two from one game and then one from any other game, as long as two are from a single game, which we've given you two.
Sweet. So we've got 3 more picks we'd like to share with you. The next one is another player who's done us quite well over the past week, or week and a half. Kristaps Porzingis. We got him at 15 plus points. The spread's gone down a bit, so it's a 7.5 point spread to the Celtics. I don't think it'll be a blowout. Embiid's got his 3 week rest that he needs to perform, so I think it should be a close game. And how often is this one hit, Mike?
This one is 18 out of 20. It's 10 out of 10. If I just do some quick math, I believe it may even be as high as 17 out of 17 potentially. It looks like he missed twice. So he hit 20 games ago, missed 19 games ago, missed 18 games ago, and then went 17 straight without missing.
Sweet. So he's on a hot streak here. Dude's tall as hell. Uh, I mean, Embiid's a bit of a problem, but I think 15 points is a pretty safe number for him. He regularly scores in the mid 20s, so I think that it's not like he's barely getting to 15 every night. I think it's a good number for him. I think we'll find a way to throw that into our parlays.
Yeah, for sure. And some sports books will even let you get it like, especially if you're using like Prize Picks or Underdog or something like that, and you take the reduced number. I've seen them as low as 12 and a half, 13 and a half. So, if you use one of those daily fantasy sites, you could maybe even get it a little bit better than that for around the
Yeah,
same.
and depending on the parlay you're doing, if you don't need him at 15 and you only need him at whatever other number, and this goes for any of these guys, whatever you can get him at this number or below to get to that plus 100 is the approach we take. So if we end up posting our success in the next video and you see we had him at 13 plus points and he ended at 14, don't hate us. We're constantly, when push comes to shove, trying to get as close to plus 100 as possible. But this is the roadmap that we're going to use to get there.
Yeah. And sticking on this game, another player that you mentioned the rest for Embiid, but another player that was an all-star snub that may be coming back with something to prove is Tyrese Maxey. And you're not gonna have an easy time finding him at 15 points, but his trend at 20 points and even 25 points has been really strong. Now I know he missed his last game before the All-Star. He had 5 points, terrible game, but he's trending 18 out of 20 times that he's hit at least 20 and even really at least 25. We're looking at him. I think you have the odds for him at 20, but his odds for 25, if you need to go up a little bit, that potential is there as well. This is a player that regularly like gets into the 30s or around 30, so he's a high volume scorer. He's rested. He's a all-star snub, so maybe something to prove. And I think he performs well regardless of if Embiid is doing well as well.
Yeah. Maxey at 20 plus points is minus 425. And then if you do that in the same game parlay with the Porzingis at plus 15, he's minus 340. So those two legs combined get you pretty close to that plus 100 number. You just need one more leg, something super likely to get you there. And that's a good foundation for a 3-leg plus 100 play.
Yeah, and you've got some superstars to choose from, Tatum, Embiid, Brown, at potentially a low number to try and just get you over the line.
Yeah. Derek White, Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
A lot of guys you can get at really low numbers. Not necessarily. I mean, Derek White, maybe. He's a streaky. He's been on a good streak, though, so whatever that means. And then the last pick, so our 5th pick we want to share with you all, he actually plays tonight. So we know you won't be able to get him in his first game, but I think that's a good thing because we can use tonight's game, and depending on how tonight goes, we'll kind of educate the decision as to if we put him in a bet tomorrow. He doesn't play tomorrow. He plays on Friday. So it'll be not on the Thursday slate, but the Friday slate. But this number, LeBron James, 7+ assists. This is trending really well, Mike. What's his trend here?
This one is 19 out of 20 for 7 or more assists.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. I saw it on Prize Picks for 6+ assists. So if you can do that, if that's all you need for your bet, get him at 6. But at 7+ assists, he's minus 255, and that's for tonight's game. So I assume it'll be somewhat similar to that for the next game, depending on how he plays tonight. I do know he was out for the All-Star game, so I don't know if that was a real injury or a fake injury. I mean, he's 40 whatever years old. I don't want to say fake injury, but well-deserved rest. This is LeBron we're talking about. Also, Luka's fitting into the system, so that could be a factor. I think we'll get a good idea of how things are going to play out for the rest of the season starting tonight, where hopefully both of them are healthy, and we'll see. But I like that. It trend's really good. all five of these trend really well. So, you know,
Yeah, I think, nothing's ever a lock. So, keep that in mind. So even if we see something has happened 20 out of 20 times, or he's only not done it once, tonight could be the night. It could be a blowout. You could get hurt. All these things could happen. So, we always just keep that in mind with sports betting. We had our super boost a couple nights ago in the Champions League with Harry Kane to score a goal, which is never a lock, of course. But he got hurt in the first half, so that's always a risk that you're
well, no,
betting
Mike,
on
he didn't get
sports.
hurt in the first half because if he got hurt in the first half, they would have avoided our bet. If he got subbed off after at half when they came out for the second half, he got subbed off.
Yeah,
So because of that, they didn't void our bet. He did hit the post in the first half, so it could have hit anyway. We got unlucky. Kind of like we got
sports.
unlucky in our no sweat bet 365 bet today. We needed an Mbappe shot on target. He had a hat trick, so that worked out. We needed a goal range of 1 to 6 goals. The game ended with 4, so that worked out. And then we needed a Marmouche shot on target. And the last play of the game essentially was Marmouche hitting the post,
Yeah,
which resulted in City's goal, but he didn't score the goal. And a shot on the post on the crossbar in soccer does not qualify as a shot on target, in case you did not know. So we
not
got
better at
kind of
all.
screwed there. Yeah, got kind of screwed there, but that's the way it is. Nothing's a
It is what it
lock, to
goes.
Mike's point. That's why no sweat bet is an A tier bet because
Hmm.
you get that second bite at the apple.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Well, so hopefully we leave you with some good picks. Hopefully most of them hit, or whatever combo you choose hits. We'll keep an eye out on the promos that are dropping tomorrow and throughout the weekend. So keep an eye on our Instagram, keep an eye on Reddit, keep an eye on the channel. We'll find some way to get a hold of you. And, of course, we always post everything as soon as we can on the spreadsheet. So if you want to check in on that, an hour before games, 30 minutes before games, to just see what we're interested in. Or at least if you're not even, if you want to fade our picks, at least see what promos we're targeting. Feel free to do that. But until next time, we appreciate you guys again giving us some time, tuning into the channel, and best of luck.
Yeah, best of luck. Go Boost.
Yep.